Will Spider-Man No Way Home have its own Sinister Six? Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and while we wait for the Spider-Man No Way Home teaser to drop, as Sony and Marvel keep teasing us and not letting us know when it's coming soon, guys. I thought it was time to go through and do a villain roundup of the characters appearing in Spider-Man No Way Home. I also want to clarify my previous report about Kraven the Hunter, because I want to put it all out there. Look, let's say this first. There's only one thing I've put my entire name and reputation on, and I did it first by confirming that they were not only on board but already prepping and shooting and all that stuff, and that is the fact that the Spider-Men will unite in Spider-Man 3. Everyone speculated, a lot of Pete Grayson, Kevin Feige wants to do it, is what she said. No one confirmed it until I did, in association with Phantom Wire. We confirmed it first and officially, and it's happening, guys. And a lot of people have been wavering on it. Oh, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's going to happen. Now, the next phase of what's going to happen is which villains are there. A lot of them have already been announced, but I can offer you this. Exclusive. These are the villains I'm told are going to appear in there. Now, I feel very confident on these. That's why I'm reporting on this. However, things can change. Things can change in the film, but here's what I don't believe will change. Here are the villains we know already, some of which you know, and the ones I'm told, yep, expect these to be in there. And it's pretty obvious. First, we know Willem Dafoe is back as Green Goblin. I called this exclusively when I did my first Spider-Man pitch with saying that Garfield and Maguire are back. I also told you Green Goblin, Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin was coming back. We know he's in. That's been leaked by trades already. We also know Alfred Molina's in. He's already even admitted it. He's admitted and said, yeah, they've de-aged me because he's going to be coming from a time period before he died. A younger version, I guess, in between. I don't want to get into how all this happens yet, because even I'm still confused, and I know a little bit more than you guys do. I don't want to spoil the whole movie. But yes, even he has admitted it. We also know, this has been reported, Thomas Hayden Church is returning as Sandman. If you'll notice now, that's 1, 2, 3 villains from each of Raimi's Spider-Man movies. It's not James Franco, which I think for obvious reasons they're going to avoid James Franco, given all the stuff he's going through. And it's not Venom with Tobey Maguire, with Topher Grace. I think obviously also obvious reasons why they're going to avoid that Venom. They have their own Venom they want to introduce later. It's a way to sort of avoid that, but still incorporate. I think he was a good character actually in Spider-Man 3, so I'm glad Thomas Hayden Church gets to come back. Great actor. I imagine all of them are going to get de-aged as well in the fight scene. Oh, liberty. It's going to be amazing. But that's not it, guys. Not a lot of people have confirmed this one, but yes, I'm told Lizard, Rise Ifans, is back. Which would make sense because that was, again, Drew Garfield's first villain, and it would be fitting to not just have Electro. If we're bringing back all of Maguire's villains as well, it makes sense to round out the list. So now, counting that out, how many is that, guys? That's 5. We know there's already 5 on board, and those are the 5 on board. So who would round out the 6? Well, I got 8 total I'm bringing you right now. So we got more than 6. So how is that going to play? Will there be a final official lineup by the end? Will it just be sort of them all attacking and they won't officially don the title yet, and they do that in later films? We shall see. But here's who else I can tell you, I've been told, is in the film. That's right. Michael Keaton's Vulture returning. Now, I was always a little hesitant. I couldn't, but I'm told there is an appearance by Vulture. Now, this could still change. Of all the ones, I'm told this would be the smallest one. So if he did it, it was quick. If he didn't do it, if they want to pull it, they still could, but it would make sense. Vulture is one of the founding members. He's Tom Holland's original bad guy from his movies. This would be fitting to have him be a part of that team, especially since he appears in Morbius. He's able to sort of jump back and forth now. It would make sense for him. The other one that's been talked about is Mysterio. However, I'm told no, he's not. That could change. Could be a separate version of Mysterio. There were multiple versions of Mysterio throughout the Sinister Six, but no, I'm told of Holland's villains, I'm only told Michael Keaton, but also Michael Mando, who played, he's going to be Scorpion finally, he'll don the gear in this film, is what I was told, and I told you that in the beginning as well. That the reports that he was in talks to do this. So Scorpion was another one of the ones that might finally show up in this big finale with the villains all coming out, with the Spider-Man having to take them all down as well. Doctor Strange, everybody, and I can also tell you, yes, Kraven was in Spider-Man 3. Now, here's where I want to adjust my report, because I did make a little bit of an assumption to assume, well, why would they cast Aaron Taylor Johnson and announce this when I knew Kraven was... I was told, and I'm pretty definitively positive, Kraven was always intended and was part of the plan and was being prepped for Spider-Man 3. Now, I can't confirm he shot. I can't confirm, because they shot these so secretly. I can't confirm which actor was Kraven, but I can confirm they were prepping and he was written and it was planning for the movie that Kraven was in Spider-Man 3. Absolutely. Now, could they have changed that? There's rumors now that have made me pause. Okay, maybe it's not Aaron. It could be not Aaron Taylor Johnson in the film. A lot of people are sort of questioning my report. All I can tell you for sure is that yes, Kraven was part of this movie as of late last year. So right before and during production, I can confirm that yes, he was part of prep. Now, I couldn't confirm who was playing him, because they've been trying to... It is true, they were trying to get some big names for this. Keanu was up for it. A lot of people were up for it. They were trying to get a big name to do this, and then ultimately they decided to go with him. Apparently, they're saying, based off of the amazing performance he gives in that Money Train, or whatever it's called, a Bullet Train film, that Sony wanted to lock him up by. So, look, I think it makes sense. I did make a bit of an assumption in saying, well, yeah, now that would make sense why he didn't do WandaVision, why he's done as Quicksilver, because they're going to introduce him as Kraven in this world now. It's a different enough character that it could work. Look, you got to also remember, a lot of these characters that are coming in are from the Raimi-verse, from the Web-verse. That could be a way to justify maybe he's portaled in like the others are, and he was sort of a different villain from one of those worlds that we just didn't know. Maybe he fought Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man and shows up. Maybe he is a hunter in this world. I'm not going to give you all spoiler plot points, but I will confirm, yes, Kraven was in the movie. Now, could that change? Could a lot of this still change? Yes, because guys, they're still editing the movie. They shot it. They're editing it. Everything is adjustable. A lot of these villains are also CGI, swinging around against the Spider-Man. So a lot of this could still change as things go. The only thing, again, I can without a doubt confirm, and I stand by fully, which I've made very clear, yes, the Spider-Men are all in this movie. I knew before, but it's more and more intel keeps coming to me, and people privately who I can't tell you were like, you were right. It's been in the plans forever. That was always part of the movie. It's always part of it. All these people, no, they didn't sign. They weren't in they're in talk still. They're trying. No, they were in pre-pandemic. This was always the plan to do this and to launch then Sony's films and everything else. There's so much more on the table, guys, and it'll be very interesting to see how much the trailer actually reveals. I'm very curious to see what they actually show us in the trailer. Will they give this up? Will they show this villain? Will they establish it all? Or will they focus on the Peter part of it, which I'm told this movie really focuses on him and the effects of killing Mysterio and his name going public. In fact, he's going to be on trial with Matt Murdock, Daredevil, not Daredevil, but Matt Murdock defending him. That's how we finally get Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox into this world, and that's where things start. There are other plot points. There's another villain. I'm not going to spoil everything. I don't want to spoil the entire movie, but I do want to tell you, yes, these are the lines. Expect these villains to come. And what's interesting is I don't know who officially will be in the Sinister Six, if they're going to officially call it a Sinister Six. But guys, now you could tell we have all these characters of the founding Sinister Six members are now potentially available to be in this movie. The only one I've heard is Mysterio. There have been various Mysterios, and they have killed Jake Gyllenhaal's character off. Doesn't mean someone else couldn't take that role and continue to have him show up and do other things, but he didn't really have any powers. He was just sort of tricking everybody with his drones and stuff, which was, you either liked it or you didn't. But could he come back later, another version, or scare? Could they trick people and that could pop in as an Easter egg in the movie? Maybe. Unclear about Mysterio, but everybody else in this panel, yes, all up to potentially, and I'm told, appear in this film. The only other, there's been various versions. Scorpion's been in this. All the Spider-Man villains have been a part of this. But there was then the return, which included Hobgoblin. Now, Hobgoblin, could he appear? Stay tuned. We'll see. I don't know. Again, I don't want to spoil things, but more villains are going to be teased. Dude, the Sinister Seven was a thing. There's so many versions, incarnations of Sinister Six. It'll be interesting to see what they do. But I also know Sony wants to really own that and do their own plan later. But looks like the Marvel Sony team up will be the first way to just ball. Yeah, we're throwing it all out there, kitchen sink and all. Get ready, guys. It's gonna be awesome. So yes, get ready for this film. I'm very excited to see. I'm so curious to see how Marvel will tease a lot of this, or will they hold a lot to the vest now that a lot of this has been already spoiled and people in trades, everybody have been saying it. And don't get mad at me for spoiling it. The trades would have done it at some point too, but I beat them to it. So I appreciate all you guys for supporting. Guys, if you want more scoops like this, lots more on coming. I got some more Marvel stuff I'm prepping. You'll want to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you are. In fact, can you tell me if you are subscribed, if you've hit the bell, and if you're getting the alerts? Smash that like button, because YouTube is telling me you guys aren't doing it. And I have a lot of fans telling me, I subscribed, I even hit the bell, and it's not going in my feed. Seems like someone doesn't want these exclusives, these exclusives in your feed. So make sure you've subscribed. My spidey senses are tingling. More scoops coming. And also just some fun commentary, more reports, lots of stuff here on Popcorn Planet. I appreciate you guys. Are you excited for this? Are you nervous? Is it too many? Are you hoping there's even more that we don't know about, which is possible? Let me know in the comments down below. You got to remember, they shot this stuff, and a lot of it was shot on green screen. With a lot of it's going to be digital. There's a lot of stuff that could still be under wraps that even the sources I know just don't really know yet that they've added or adjusted. No one knew Luke Skywalker was in the movie. There's a lot of stuff that could still adjust, but be prepared. The Spider-Men are reuniting for the first time. We'll see them together, and they will be tackling a lot of the previous villains. So get excited. I cannot wait for December and this film. It's going to be epic. Get excited as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on Popcorn Planet.